Hey Wookiees, Rebels, and more, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going over my version 2 of the adding Fox to the Senate in Revenge of the Sith. When I posted the original adding cameos video, a lot of you guys had really helpful critiques on this shot in particular, where I made a couple of different errors, but I want to make sure that you guys see that they're fixed. And then I also did some color tweaks. I adjusted the camera angle a little bit so it felt a little more like Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, here we go. First off, the error that got noticed the most was I accidentally made the shock troopers that were next to Fox have red gauntlets. I actually don't know how this happened, and when I reopened the file, they just weren't red, so but as you can see here, they are now fixed. The next thing I did is I got a couple of critiques where people saw 4 shock troopers in the first shot, and then they thought I only added 5. If we look at the version 1, you can see that there is a 4th one, but it's incredibly subtle, and I just wanted to make it a little more obvious, so I bumped that clone trooper over to the left. So now it's very easily visible that there are 4 clone troopers on the Senate pod. Now moving on to Fox, some of the things that I fixed up was I gave him a richer color scheme that matched the shock troopers, made sure those reds matched a little bit more. I scuffed up his armor. I did some little changes to try and push the quality as much as I could. I also made sure to upgrade his little like gear things. I took them from other models. His little visor that he has, I made sure to give him the little white stripes, and that we have the most accurate version of Fox that we can have. I want to make sure that the live action, quote unquote, live action version of Fox matches the Clone Wars one. Another critique I got was that I accidentally put the Senate logo on both shoulders, but it was actually only supposed to be on his left shoulder. So I made sure to correct that, and now the Senate logo is only on one of his shoulders and not both. All the other shock troopers are carrying blasters, and a lot of you guys pointed out that Commander Fox's holsters just were empty and didn't have blasters. Like, if all the other guards are armed, it would make sense for their commander to also have his pistols as well. Like, don't know why I didn't add those. They're there now though, so. But as you can see, the pistols are in his holster where they belong. I'm really satisfied with how this came out, and I'm really excited to share the updated version with you guys. But that's not all I wanted to share with you guys today. At the end of my videos, I always tell you guys how much I appreciate when you comment in the comment section. And today, I want to show you how much I actually do appreciate that. In the original Commander Fox adding fan favorite clones video, the #1 comment was all about how I replaced Commander Thire with Commander Fox. Before I get into this, I want it to be known that Crimson Maul's edit will feature Commander Fox, and my edit will feature Commander Fox as well. Personally, I think I like Fox talking to Palpatine just a little more. That's my personal preference, and I want to stick with that. I think he's a better fit for this scene as a fan edit. Note that Thire will always be the canonical clone. Like, I don't claim to ever change canon. I can't do that. I get accused of that sometimes, and I don't know how. But I also wanted to give back to the community, and I can tell that you guys are incredibly passionate about Star Wars in the same way that I am. So, for all of you guys that wrote in that I replaced Thire, so what I did is I went in and I took a look at the shock trooper and used that as my base model. I pulled up images of Commander Thire, who was originally in the first episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, where we get to see like Yoda humanizing the clones, and we get our first introduction into the TV show. I mean, yes, there was a movie, but like the TV show, and this was the first one where we really get to sit down with the clones and get to meet them as people. And now that Commander Thire is the one like issuing the hunt order, or is receiving the hunt orders for Yoda, I understand how you guys didn't want Commander Thire replaced. I looked at his Phase 1 markings, right? I looked at how unique they were, and in Phase 2, they're just shock trooper armor. It's just shock trooper. You have to look at legends and like artworks to see that Commander Thire has like a pauldron and has like different gear pieces that make him a little more unique than a shock trooper. But at least in this scene, he's just wearing traditional phase 2 shock trooper armor. So I mixed the two. This is my own interpretation of what a phase 1 Thire and a phase 2 Thire would look like based on his markings from the Clone Wars episode and his markings from like the Legends artwork. So one of the things I did is I took the shock trooper as my base model. I kept those markings, and I made sure to add like his rib markings right there. I made sure to give him like stripes down his arms that he has in the phase 1 variant. But then I also made sure to mix it with the phase 2 to give a nod to his presence as the phase 2 shock trooper here. I also made sure to give him his pistol holders from the phase 1 armor along with a pauldron so that we can easily recognize him as a commanding officer. And I made sure to give him his scope thing that he has in the Clone Wars episode. This way, for people like me who didn't know it was Thire, more people can recognize this shock trooper as Commander Thire and not just a random shock trooper. I want it to be known that if there's any fan editors who want to add Commander Thire, I put a download link in the description below. You can download the original file and the plate for the first shot. I will release all 4 of these shots as a clip video on my channel, and you'll be able to see them in the highest resolution. I really appreciate everyone who comments on my videos, and I hope this video shows that appreciation. Let me know in the comments below if you're like me and you prefer Commander Fox, or if you prefer Commander Thire.